It's the NFL on EA Sports, and all eyes are on the Packers' rocket arm quarterback. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Packers and the Bengals. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay.
Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to...
So now this offense will take over, and
here's Achane to start the drive.
and he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They're a unit that enters play way down, number 28 in the NFL right now against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
The Packers at 2-1 now to start the campaign. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 16 yards. It's looking to throw. Harrington. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time. And going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. You look at this Packers defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
11 mighty. 11.
Now Burrow.
It's taken in by Quentin Johnston.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
11 empty.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
11. Start.
Throw left side, hauled in by Otten.
Touchdown, Bengals! Cade Otten from 10 yards out.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. So that drive, 4 plays.
And Cade Otten capped things off with a touchdown grab.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He connected on all 5 of his throws on that opening drive and finished it with a touchdown pass as they begin here 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shepard. 23 yards on the play.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard. Running right, here's Achane.
And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Harrington. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Harrington.
To the sideline and incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now it's Burrow. And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Burrow. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
That one's taken in by Spears.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Quentin Johnston,
His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. So Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off play action. Harrington. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Harrington. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On second down, here's Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Brian Branch with it.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness, it's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good.
They go play action here on first down.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Off the play fake. Harrington rolling to his right.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That third down conversion good for 23. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Off play action. Harrington. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Packer offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, a run by Achane.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
They'll start on the ground with Spears.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Quick slant caught by Chase.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. Down to about the 45.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Spears on second down.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
And he hits the up one, but it caroms in anyway. But plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Harrington. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
A give, running right, Achane.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Off play action. Harrington. That is caught. And they got it run across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Off the bootleg. Harrington. He finds his man complete. That's Hoover. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. Right back to Spears.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. First time they looked his way in this game, he comes through picking up the first. Now it's Burrow.
Finds Johnston.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error. Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line has done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
It's a gain of 6.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Packers! From 4 yards out.
And the Packers have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, late turnovers so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to a go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for two. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
On second down, Burrow. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
To the air again, Burrow. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
From midfield now, Burrow.
They'll set up the screen for Spears.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Here's 1st down. Here's Burrow. Got a man downfield. It's Otten.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Cade Otten
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So the Packers down 24-21, less than 90 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Brandon, you got to have some urgency here. You got to get the guys back to the line of scrimmage, but the problem is they're all 30 yards downfield after that play.
They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
4th down, 10 yards to go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
50-yard line.
Back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Second down, goal to go.
They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he's got it. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive. To the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Throwing, Burrow. That one's taken in by Spears.
And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory, and they're going to need a miracle.
Burrow.
He's got him in, complete.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
A final shot now for Burrow, looking for the end zone. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? You know, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open.